really exciting match, and we've got another one lined up for you guys now. The United Kingdom will be taking on the Brazilians for a spot in the winners' semi-finals. How do you feel about this match, Everin? Who do you think is going to come out on top?
To be very fair, I have been looking forward to this match the entire week. Like, I think this is possibly the most exciting match this weekend. You know, not saying the other ones so far aren't good. I'm just saying, like, I'm really hyped up for this coming one. Like many of the viewers we have in the chat right now, I think this may very much go down to like on the day of performance once again. But personally, I have very strong faith believing in the UK boys. I mean, Bombman, Doomsday, the strong carrying roster. They have got very consistent support from their teammates as well. Like Spear, Carthy, these guys are just amazing tournament players. On the other side, Brazil will, however, be a very imposing challenge because they got Monster, of course, Mouse Easy, who else? He's the MVP for them many times, and I believe he'll definitely show us a good match performance today as well. I'm leaning towards like a 60-40 towards UK, but definitely Brazil will be able to surprise me. I'm pretty certain on several maps.
Yeah, never count the Brazilians are out. You mentioned Mouse Easy. A couple of their key players in this match are Sicko, who we can see in the lobby as well, along with Mystia, have performed excellently over the last couple of rounds. One other name is My Angel Sim has performed fantastically. I believe he has seen nearly every map he played in his match last weekend.
Yeah, Mystia and Sicko are both very amazing veteran players. They've got the tournament experience and they know how to control their nerves. So you can bet on them on keeping the consistency card ongoing. So I'm gonna say that they will be like the what's the term, like a staple picks for each map, if you know what I mean. For most of the maps, if not all of them. I'm wondering if Mauzies will be joining us later, or are these four just staying in for the warm-ups? I mean, like that's arguably the spiciest part of the match, right?
Yeah, who doesn't love a good warm-up? I believe we're going to see Brazil's warm-up first as well, because apparently the UK are being a bit slow. This is the feedback we have, so looks like they're going for Infinity. Mafalda.
Talking Mafalda, we all think of another OS map.
The only map I know by Mafalda that has popularity for not some great reasons, I think.
Yeah. Well, also made fairly popular, over the course of the years by many attempts on DT of that map. So, it's a different story. But for now, I think we're just waiting for the players to be ready before we jump into the first warm-up map of the match.
Yeah, I just want to bring back what you mentioned, the UK roster. We talked about the Brazilians a little bit, but that versatility that the UK roster brings, they are the second seeded team in the tournament, and the third seeded team, but of course, how can I forget Poland? They're the second seeded team left in the tournament. And as you mentioned, Bubbleman, Doomsday and Spare, these guys are the rock for the UK. They always perform when they're needed to, and then they're backed up with a great roster. Players like Moe Yandere and James Like, who we see in the warm-up lobby, these are the two of their players which really come into their element later in the tournament, with Moe being a super high BPM player, like single tapping upwards of 300 BPM. It's just crazy. And then James Like is this no-mod god who can play almost any kind of technical no-mod map to any superb efficiency. So as the map pool starts getting harder, we're going to see the UK get stronger and stronger. So if it's any time the Brazilians can beat them, I think it would be right now.
Yeah, UK definitely is a team that shines especially well in the end game part of the tournament. So I'm going to say that just keep your eyes on them, and it seems like we got a couple of developments going on in the room right now. We got a flashlight mod on top of the double time for Sicko. That's very 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 daring, I'd say. Even though this is a warm-up map, it takes some guts to put on a flashlight mod for most players, I would say.
He's flexing, dude, but I imagine it's because of the stream, which is just...
Oh, yeah.
I have no idea. No idea what to expect from this map, but I think this is a pretty good indicator of things to come.
Yeah, you don't have to be looking too much around. It's just a long-ass stream like we're seeing right now. How many notes is that? That's a good 20 seconds of streaming. Holy. And it's another long stream.
Yeah, I ran out of fingers and toes quite a while ago.
Yeah, are they trying to wear out the British players? Just trying to get a stamina drain before the match even begins? Is that the play here, Brazil?
I think this is just one of those maps that you have a go, you have a good laugh, and you just enjoy it.
Possibly. The background is pretty spicy.
Do what Cardi's doing, just cursor dance. Cursor dancing inside. I love it. You rarely see these combo notes go over 100, and we're at 120 now.
Right.
Oh my god. This slider. These are the high quality warm-ups we love to see. I'd love to see the UK match. I believe in their match against the Netherlands. The Netherlands picked a bit of a... Well, they picked Tide Machine, that well-known Dutch song. But then the UK followed up with a more standard warm-up. I wonder if they'll do the same here. Being second, they want to give themselves a chance to warm up into the match.
Yeah, definitely. Like, besides just memeing, warm-up maps can be, surprisingly, for warming the players up for their upcoming match. I know, right? So it's a ridiculous thing when you think about it, but like people actually do this. Can you believe it, Bay?
I believe it. Why not?
Yeah. Well, let's see what the UK players have in store for us. You're hyping them up, and it seems like they're going for
Matsubuchi Yuji. Can't say I know it.
Shibador 2000. Yeah, I was trying to recall this. Like, I think I've heard or like seen the map before, but I don't think my memory is with me right now. So I'm gonna have to see what map is this before we start commentating.
Apparently, Doomsday sent this to the ref and said banger.
Banger. Okay. Well, if Doomsday says the banger is probably a pretty good map, or song, or both.
What is this? Listening to this.
Yeah, the music is not reminiscent of anything to me. I'm only keeping my fingers crossed for the better. I do not know what to expect. I don't know if that's good or not. Which, stay with me. I may need your support for going into this.
It sounds like a bit of a mashup of lots of different songs.
Yeah, I can certainly hear like a few hints here and there.
Seen a few mentions that this might actually be a Taiko song and therefore a Taiko map.
Yeah, I can see the only difficulty is like most Taiko maps have that. Yeah, it's good giveaway.
This isn't actually a Taiko map though, right?
I hope so. We're the OS World Cup after all. Like,
you would the standard World Cup. You would hope they pick standards for that, but it's always a good fun to watch standard players struggle in the other game modes. To like, because sometimes you think, I'm so good at standards, maybe I'll pick up Taiko and become a god at that. And you play like one map of Taiko and you're like, oh, okay.
Yeah, well,
very different.
There are definitely the players who are good across multiple game modes, like Crystal on Team China, for example. Like, he is good with Mania, with Catch the Beat, and also with those standard. So he is a jack of all trades. And there definitely other players, of course, who are similar too. So you never know.
I know Sora Roxas on the UK side plays a fair bit of Taiko as well.
And Azer from our beloved Team Canada also plays Taiko.
So many multi-talented people.
I know. Yeah, and especially when OS is a free-to-play game. I know like most people here have supporters, but it's free-to-play game after all. We got like 4 different game modes for you to enjoy and compete in. So, make use of the resource and be truly, do as Lucci says, enjoy the game.
But only play standard, thanks
Please
everyone.
Enjoy game. Yeah, but please only play standard. We are the OS World Cup right now, so let's only focus on standard. But we are seeing the Taiko background on the map right now, so we are not making ourselves any clearer than we should be. Oh, that's... Yeah, okay, so... Yeah, my mistake. I was looking at Sora Rox's screen, and the notes were so fat, and the approach, I was like, what is going on? And then I realized he's actually playing on easy. And also Carvey playing on hidden. You can tell that the note size is very distinctly different.
Yeah, I'm not sure if Carvey's going to enjoy this on hidden. From the looks of things, seems to be quite high BPM. I mean, given the Taiko song, you would expect it to be. A lot of Taiko maps come through very quickly, and this is
hear the drum beat in the background.
I assume the hit sounds for this have been remapped into the Taiko drums.
Yeah, I think so.
I don't know what the singing is though.
It's some sort of yodeling, but I'm not sure what to say of it. But meanwhile, Solar Rocks is rocking at 90%. And oh yeah, Spare double S, of course. I completely missed him. Along with Doomsday, both players double S this. Yeah.
Alright, it must be very easy then. If Doomsday does this thing. You guys not even top 100 anymore.
Yeah, I know, washed up player as he would call himself.
He used to be a gatekeeper, man. Now he's just nothing.
Yeah.
It's just an old man clicking
The
circles.
gatekeeper is now retired as well. Feels bad.
Oh, Spares dropped the double S. The Doomsday is clearly the. Oh, never mind.
We're just getting the commentator's curse out of the way so we don't end up cursing the players in the actual match itself when it actually matters. But Bay, I would say no matter what we do here today, we'll never top Kano for what he done to Team Australia earlier.
Oh, that was so rough. I didn't manage to catch the match, but I saw the clip and then, oh my god, Kano. Rip Kano. We gotta rip Kano in the chat.
Yeah, can we press F for Kano in the chat, please? Yeah, like shout out to our beloved Australian caster Kano. Like he's put on so much work for this tournament, and he was among the casting roster for today, I believe, for Team Australia's match. And yeah. For further information, please please refer to the VODs. And for now, this map is about to finish, which is actually I think a little bit on the longer side. I was expecting it to be a little shorter than
what is Spare doing though? Oh my god.
Yeah, Spare is just rocking.
It's got like 200. Okay, never mind. That's like, oh.
But are you trying to compete with Kano here? Hello?
Oh my god, what have I done?
Yeah. Well, then again, it's a UK pick, so I wouldn't be surprised when we're seeing them, just rocking in a way. Spare and Doomsday here.
I got enough abuse from the UK guys for commentating on their Netherlands match and cursing them, and after this, I think Spare's actually going to come kill me. I think my life is in danger.
Oh, better watch out.
Good one miss from Spare. Really, really talented player.
Mm-hmm.
Big fan. Please don't hurt me.
Alright then, so with the warm-ups now being done, we are moving into the roles before we start the banning. Let's see who is the luckier side today that's favored by RNGesus.
Well, it's a UK role, so Brazil wins by default. I think that's how this is going to go. Mouse Easy rolls a 63, Carthy rolls an 18. There we go.
Oh, yeah, Mouse Easy already carrying his team today. What a performance already. Let's give a big round of applause to the captain of Brazilian side.
First ban then from the United Kingdom going to be the Senya double time map. The very long consistency double time.
Oh yeah, that one's a really tough one to maintain your stamina on.
I'm not wondering if they're banning it for that reason. I'm wondering if they're banning it because they just don't want to play a DT map that's 4 minutes long.
Quite possibly.
There's a lot of issues with long maps in map wars, so maybe they're just doing it for that reason. We've said already, their roster is so well rounded that they can play anything, so maybe just banning out maps they just don't want to play.
Yeah, like that's the ideal actually. When you are comfortable with the entire map pool, you begin to ban like the maps you feel comparatively less comfortable. Like that's a good sign of your team going to do well.
So
and also, yeah.
Sorry.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Okay, yeah. Brazil's ban going to be in the Deshiko Color Heart, the alternate style no mod pick.
Mm-hmm. And also, to do a PSA, we do have the map pool showcase for the upcoming week, the next weekend, right after this. So after this match, do not go anywhere because I believe we'll jump right into it. And Bay and myself will be commentating for that as well. Woo. And now we are moving into the first pick of the Brazilian team. What will they pick? I'm going to guess they will start with something like to their comfort, so maybe a double time pick. Like a Bye Bye Beautiful, if since UK just banned it, so it may be in their favor for picking that.
Yeah, I think all three double time picks all show different skill sets. Bye Bye Beautiful is a very heavy aim double time map, where Selfish Red Alice is more about BPM, higher BPM and speed. They're actually going to opt for Aragami. Okay, this is a map I would have thought the UK would have wanted to pick. They're having a very strong stream lineup with Carthy, Bubbleman, and Doomsday. But it's going to be Brazil's first pick, hoping to warm up into it. One thing I expect, I'm actually surprised to see they don't ban Hidden. Brazil has a on-track record so far this tournament, not done very well with Hidden, where the UK lineup does actually do particularly well on Hidden and on AR8 Hidden, so Identity Part 3 is a map I would expect to see this match.
Well, then again, if you look at it another way, like actually Identity hasn't been banned a lot over the course of this weekend yet. I think it's maybe because people assume like, oh, it's a pretty ridiculous map. If we're not going to pick it, chances that they are going to pick it as well, unless they really have strong confidence in them winning. So in that case, you can consider it like, what's the map from last weekend? I forgot. But basically, you can expect like to be the last kid to be picked for your class's dodgeball team. Basically, like just left aside and hope that nobody ever picks it.
Yeah, we saw it pick up in the last match as a bit of a coin flip pick for Denmark, and it backfired horribly. So I wonder if it will be picked up again this match like that, or if I feel like the UK should be pretty good on it.
Yeah, and already starting off, we have this is a very streamy map for those who haven't, been paying attention to the OWC this weekend yet. Lots and lots of streams. The players do have like a little moments of break here and there, but they will be testing their stamina throughout the way, and we have a fail potential ending at the very end. So do watch out for that. A team may just fail out the ending and give the win that's already been secured to the other side.
Yeah, and a huge part of this map as well is not just the stream stamina, but stream aim is a huge factor on this map. None of these streams are straightforward. You have to have a real flow with your cursor, and any kind of interruption in that can cause you to miss. And we've seen a lot of players do that, dropping a lot of accuracy. Really painful in Score B2, where 30% of your score is based on that accuracy.
Yep, seems like we have a little bit of a connectivity issue from Sicko. Oh, never mind. He's just ahead of us, so we're now catching up.
Straight into the streams. This map does not mess around. These ones will be slightly less space. They'll get more space as the map goes on.
Yep.
Interesting, we don't see Carthy here for the UK. We're seeing OP James. Carthy obviously known for his streams, but...
Yeah, it could be that just for this particular map, they are putting up OP James instead of Carthy. I mean, Carthy definitely is a very strong player, but maybe he feels like OP James would have been better from their practices, maybe?
Yeah, Carthy had a bit of a rough performance last week, and I hope it hasn't knocked his confidence, but I'm sure he's just, as you said, OP James has performed exceptionally well on this and has opted to stand in.
Yeah, I'm sure we will see Carthy later though. Yeah, oh yeah, Polako earlier did break, so that's going to flip the lead right over to UK. And they do, I believe, hold a slight bit of a, actually not slight bit, but a pretty good chunk of accuracy advantage as well. We have Sicko and Polako both dropping below 96%. Actually, no, Sicko's still above 96. But yeah, Mistia, second highest, only right under 98 and recovering right now.
We want another double break from Brazil. Sicko and Polako go down again.
This is not good for them. This is their pick after all. They want to make a strong impression, but this is not the impression they want to make.
A lot of 50s from OP James, but he manages to hold on. And another break from Sicko, break from Spare. Not that full match force combo for the UK side, but they're so far out in front now that it should be first blood to the United Kingdom.
Yeah, Spare's got 3 very good teammates to back him up, so he's going to be just fine. Now the question is, will we have any fail at the end? That's always something to look out for. And here we go in the final stream section. Oh, alright, and all players pass. I think Polako did get a very spicy 50 streak over there for like a tiny bit. Yeah, but that's not going to matter because he did pass, and ooh, that's a retry button on his screen. Should we press that? Maybe he gets a second chance and give a better score for his team.
No pressing retry. UK 1 point. What good job, everybody.
Oh damn it! I was trying to secure something for Brazil here.
No, pretty good stuff from the UK. Just the one miss from Spare. Really decent accuracies from Bubbleman himself as well.
Yeah, just a very good opener.
Yeah, backfire pick from Brazil. Not what they wanted.
Maybe UK would have picked this if Brazil hadn't picked it because they've got a very strong performance. I highly doubt that they are, they're just leaving it alone. But definitely OP James showing that, he's replacing Carthy for a good reason. And Carthy probably is pretty proud from the back line knowing that OP James has done what he's supposed to do.
Well, the UK will get their pick now. And where do you go from here? Do you pick something again that's sort of higher BPM and streamy?
Why not, right? Like you just show that you can do it above Brazil just now, so why not rinse and repeat? Like that's a perfect replication of how you can just get one more point.
Problem is there isn't anything that really is like Aragami. It's a very niche pick in this map pool.
That is true.
That kind of comes close in terms of streams is Wadatsumi, but it's a lot lower BPM and hard rock. Yeah. So it's a very different map.
Or maybe you can go with something like consider like no density wise. So maybe Pandemonium. Like that's also very techy too. So if you bring up players who are consistent with that and try to force some misses from relatively nervous or inconsistent players on the Brazilian side, you're gonna get some good results out of it, I'm sure. But I think they may be taking the time to decide this one because after all, it's their first pick, and if they pick the right one, that's a 2-point lead, and they don't want to give Brazil a breathing room here. Brazil is not a team you want to give a chance to breathe. You want to just try to get that quick and convincing win over them. Otherwise, they will drag you into a very long and hard battle, and where they will recover and give you a hard run for
Yeah, the question is, if it goes to a long, hard battle, who can reach into the depths of their pockets and pull out the maps that they need? And we're going to see Hard Rock 3, actually. DJ Taka map, Hollywood Galaxy.
This is also pretty streamy on its own too. And it's arguably a little more difficult than Aragami. Not because of Hard Rock, but the map itself also is reminiscent of the old era. And, having old players on your roster can probably give you a better edge. As we see Doomsday and Bomberman both stepping in for this one.
Yeah, and the real big challenge of this map is the circle size. They're up at 6.5. These circles are small, guys. And it really makes the accuracy and the aim element of the map much harder. Overall, it's a higher BPM one than we've seen so far. We've seen CS 6.5 twice now so far throughout the tournament. But this is the first time that we're reaching a higher BPM than maps that aren't so stop and start. It does help with kind of the flow aim and everything like that, but it makes those misses even more costly.
Yeah, so one famous mouse player on each side. Let's see who will be the better player here on this map. I'm assuming that's the roster we're sticking with, and MP checking now being done.
Yeah, this Brazilian lineup is no joke. Mouse Easy, Sicko, Mystia, and Nissan. I mean, this is some scary stuff.
Mouse Easy is apparently trying to play it off and saying he's bad at HR. I'm pretty sure everyone here will disagree with you, Mouse Easy. Just do your thing, and we'll be here to spectate.
When good players say they're bad, I just feel sad inside. I'm like, I wish I was as good as you.
If only we could be as good as the masters of the former days past. All right, so going into the second map of the match, Hollywood Galaxy.
You can see those size of circles. When the curse is bigger than the circles, something's wrong.
Right. And also a reminder that the relative size to each client is being slightly adjusted for your viewing. So the circle size they see on their screen is smaller than this. Oh, and already we're seeing tons of breaks coming in. 2 breaks on each side. Actually, no, 3 breaks from the side of Brazil. So that means UK will now take over the lead as Bomberman and Spare will carry the team forward.
Yeah, the map very similar from start to finish. You get a couple of longer streams in the second half. But it's just that consistency with the CS 6.5. We're seeing Brazil have a few early issues with Carthy and Doomsday as well, finding early breaks. Bomberman and Spare and Mystia all finding their comfort zone relatively quickly.
Yeah, but even though the small circle size, the players are navigating the circles and streams very efficiently. I don't think they're having too much issue with this map. It's just, however, that I guess Hard Rock mentality kicks in, and you will get nervousness in your system. Mystia and Nissan both breaking there. That's going to leave Mouse Easy the only one with a high combo on his team to fend off against both Spare and Bomberman, still holding their 4 combos. Now that's not an easy task. And they're already 600,000 points down. I think you can be just starting away with this. We only got like a quarter of a map remaining too. This is a very short map.
Yeah, UK have done their homework on this one. Brazil finding inconsistency all over the board. Where the UK, Doomsday actually found another miss, but Carthy's regained his combo. Bomberman and Spare showing no signs of breaking. That accuracy from Spare absolutely insane. More breaks from Brazil as well. This will be another point for the UK.
Yeah, and it just seems like Brazil is really struggling with this. So maybe you should have done something with the Hard Rock section. But then again, it could be just this map.
I think the scary thing is when you look at the UK, Hard Rock is probably their weakest mod. When they pull out a 1.4 million point win over you, and you're like, oh, well, this doesn't look good.
You just pause and think about it for a second. But that's not to say, Brazil is out of the picture. Like, Brazil could be outperforming on other Hard Rock picks or even free mods. So we'll have to wait and see.
Brazil have been playing a lot of no mod throughout the tournament. I would expect them to maybe go back for something like that. I think they want to go for something a bit more standard here and try and get that consistency back in their playset.
Yeah, and also, before we go any further, 4-100 is FC from Spare, so shout out to him. That's very, very good performance.
I believe 2 of them were on the bud sliders at the end as well.
Yeah,
like right at the end of the map. But yeah, sorry, as I was saying, I expect them to go for something more consistency based. So either maybe High Free Spirits and No Mod, the jump consistency, or for the free mod map, Sushi Suai.
Yeah, High Free Spirits definitely is a very new map, and it's a little bit, I guess, for lack of a better term, PP farmy. Most anime style maps are like that nowadays. But if Brazil feels like that's their pick, go ahead. UK seems more is more consistent with the older songs. Their roster is better with like techie maps and also maps that are focused on one specialty, one flavor. Anime really isn't a flavor that I would say is any team's particular strength, so maybe we can capitalize on that.
If by strength you mean 1-2 jumps with consistency elements throughout, then yeah, that's a play style.
Let's play this out.
Oh, but we're going to actually go for the other side of the free mod pool, and it's Spare and Bubble Man. These guys have incredible aim.
Yeah, so we'll see. All right, so going into already seeing Woof. We got 2 players on mods for each side, but they have 3 mods in total for each team. Carthy and Mistia hitting Hard Rock, Malzizi and Bowman opting for Hidden. So let's see how these players will probably, yeah, he definitely oversnapped there a little bit, just a teeny tiny bit. But then again, very impressive performance nonetheless. 6 100s only. Those two were very much so just, oversnapping. Yeah, but Doomsday and Bobbin, along with Spare, definitely carried his team. Also, shout out to Mistia for maintaining that hidden hard rock combo going on for so long. He kept his team afloat, but it was just a little bit not enough.
Yeah, it's hard to float without a buoyancy aid.
Yeah.
I mean, he beat Carthy by 20 combos, so we know who the better player is here.
Of course.
He
Carthy, are you even trying?
Dominance.
Yeah, Carthy, are you even trying, please? They may just be feeling so comfortable with this entire pool that they're like, yeah, whatever, we'll throw a dice, maybe even do a, exclamation mark roll. And they're going actually for, the spicier picks.
This is also on the UK's radar. Older style map.
Older style map. You see the no guard as a difficulty name, you know it's gonna be on Doomsday's radar for sure.
Yeah, and I believe Spare, when he was practicing, was like, "Oh, I'm gonna SS this in tournament." So good luck, Spare.
And we see a roster change on Brazilian side. Let's see who their new fourth player will be joining. Seems like we'll have the same four staying in for UK.
Yeah, this 3-man in Brazil right now is their very much core roster, and if they're going to perform, it's going to be these 3 guys that bring it home.
Yeah, Nissan stepping out, and let's see who's going to replace him. This one is also a very, very combo breaking heavy map. I'm not sure how to describe it really, but yeah, like the old patterns can be so punishing sometimes. We have the circular roundabout single taps, we have the space triplets, we have the fast sliders, also the big black patterns. I don't know what you call them really, like, sue me, I have no idea, but the big black patterns, I think everyone here knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah, the big black patterns are a lot slower than they are in the big black, which makes them a lot easier. I think you mentioned the circle single tap pattern, and that is, with mods, very hard to hit.
Especially hard rock. Especially hard rock.
I expect to see probably 2 mods on each side, maybe like we saw earlier with one hidden hard rock.
Yuzinho stepping in for the Brazilians, and I believe we are just gonna wait for the players to get ready before we go in. I think the players are, these are gonna be the 8 players for this map.
Yuzinho will join the Brazilians.
Yuzinho has been also been improving quite a bit over recent times. So I'm curious to see what he has to bring to the table by replacing Nissan. Because after the last free map performance, his team definitely needs a new free map player replacing Nissan.
Well, it's what we saw from the UK in the previous free mod, but it's a very different mod lineup from Brazil. I'm not sure if Misty's good. He's got, oh my god, Brazil.
Wow, okay. Alright, so earlier, China also went 4-man modded. And quite arguably, I can say for them that backfired heavily. So I hope Brazil is not repeating China's mistake here.
I just wonder if they're taking a big risk. I mean, they've got a huge mod advantage right now. And Spare going to find a huge miss, and Doomsday very early on. I actually think the first half of this map is the more challenging part, so if the Brazilians can hold the combo here...
Yeah, we start off so suddenly and abruptly. Maybe Spare and Doomsday just got caught off guard there. But definitely that's going to give Brazil a leeway for the early section. And they can just maintain the combo and see what UK now does. Because now it's up to UK to do the catch-up.
We're going to see a repeat of the Netherlands-UK match where it was 3-3 at 6 maps in. Brazilians have themselves a score lead.
Yeah.
And other than using those, drops a bit of accuracy, all doing decently on the act. You can see that reflected in the score lead they have at the moment.
Brazil is going to take UK for a ride, but will UK join along or will UK be taking over the driving seat? There goes the next section. We're seeing a little bit pattern changes here. Still the combo, still the stream bursts. But even this is quite arguably the easier sections. Oh, and Sicko and Yuzinho both dropping there. Oh, that's not good. That's going to be UK taking over back the lead. Just like that. Oh, and Carthy there with a miss. That could be what will help keep Brazil afloat a little bit longer. But Mel's breaking there. Oh, no, misses.
Breaks everywhere.
Yeah, Melsia is missing against Spare and Bubbleman. And the lead is going back to UK side very soon.
Very slowly though, but Misty is full comboing with Hidden Hard Rock. He's getting a lot of points for his team. He's going to find another break.
Yeah, but they have one more player has to break on the UK side for Brazil to take it back though.
I don't see Spare dropping going into this ending section. The patterns get a bit more space, but it's not
the
highest of BPM.
Here comes the cross screen, and now we go into the spicier Big Black soon to come. Back and forth sliders.
I think the UK have done enough here to manage to not drop this point.
Yeah.
For a rough start.
No, but here comes the Big Blacks. The Big Blacks. Yeah, but and now the circular stream.
So yeah, this could be a huge point. Ups and downs first, and then here we go.
This is where the Hard Rock players will have to see to pull the combo. No, but Mel sees and Bowman both breaking there. Yuzinho misses holding the combo, but Spare is behind him with 100 combos less. Still, he is keeping his team afloat. That lead will be UK's for the time being. Will it be enough time? I don't think so. I think this will be UK's 4th point right here.
Yeah, that score lead is running away.
Yeah, and that's going to be it for this 4th map. UK taking this one as well. Whew.
Yuzinho actually failing out at the end, so it didn't matter.
Yeah, it didn't matter. But
yeah, we saw a couple of breaks. We saw a couple of breaks on that circular pattern. One from Bubbleman, his first miss of the match. I think he actually ended up missing 3 times. That pattern's so hard to aim when you can't really follow the notes that well.
Mistia with a Hidden Hard Rock score that's so impressive. I gotta give it to him. Like, even though his team did not take this point, but he definitely did his job for his team.
Yeah, what more can you do than full combo with Hidden Hard Rock? There's literally nothing more you can do. UK are now 4-0 up and looking to shut down Brazil.
Yeah, they're 2 points away from just taking this match.
I just wouldn't be surprised if the last pick for UK is Identity Part 3 at this point. But Brazil do have a pick now, so they do have a chance to try and get themselves back in the match.
Yeah.
This is a huge point though. If they don't win this point, I find it's really demotivating to be 5-0 down. At that point, you almost start thinking of just giving up, which you would hope in a World Cup setting players wouldn't do. But you might think it's almost better just to wipe the slate clean and prepare for the losers bracket.
Well, we have seen already last year when a team is down 5-0 and came back, and that team is Team Poland. Showing that, score is merely a number, so long as you have the fighting spirit inside you and you know you can do it, that confidence will keep you burning a little longer. But now we're only 4-0, so let's not say Brazil is at that point yet. But Brazil will have to play extra hard. Yeah, Brazil will have to play extra hard, extra diligently if they want to be still in this game.
I just look at this map pool board and I just don't see anything that Brazil come out on top of by a landslide. It's really worrying.
They can play something a little more unconventional, maybe like Higurashi, just so that long map plus HR will throw off the UK players a little bit.
Problem is that the UK are good at uncomfortable. We just saw on 2R.
And here goes Pandemonium. That could be Brazil's final pick of the match, and they chose to go for the 4th Nomad pick. That's gonna be interesting.
Yeah, the technical slider map. Definitely testing players' aims. We're going to see a double sub here for the UK. I would expect to see James Light come in. But it's like the Brazil opting to stay with the same roster. Interesting. We don't usually see Bubbleman swap out.
Yeah, Doomsday as well. Like, they're both very good tech players, so I'm kind of curious to see who they're going to bring in for this. Maybe it's like down to practice when they realize that certain players in the practice session have better consistency. So OP James stepping in. Maybe we'll see a more underlay next. It's James like. So the Jameses are all here.
I was worried, man. I was like, James has got to play this, right? This is like James. This is a James like map through and through.
Well, definitely you're right. He is a very good player for this kind of map. I completely forgot about him. There again, I'm kind of hyping up for Moe and Delay to come in.
If they picked Red Alice, then you would definitely see Moe. But
yeah,
this kind of map it's just more up to these other players' skill sets.
Spare saying I cat?
Yeah, he's a cat. It's just how it is. You just got to accept it and move on.
Wait, does he mean he has a cat and he has to take care of it, or?
Oh, no, he's a cat.
Okay, he's a cat. Okay, that makes more sense.
All right, then. Potentially Brazil's final pick in the winners bracket of World Cup. Let's see if they can bring it back. This is a huge point for them to win because the UK's next pick could be the last map they play in this match.
Yeah, I'm hands down rooting for the Brazilian boys. Like, we're supposed to be unbiased, or at least try to be. But I think, like, right now, I think I can voice for the chat when I say Brazil needs our love. So show your support for Team Brazil if you support them. And of course, if you support Team UK, that's cool too. You let them know, because I believe, the players will appreciate it. I appreciate a little love. And if you support the commentators, you also say, Bay and everyone did a great job. Jim is self-promotion. Hashtag.
About me. That's great. Thanks, guys. Now, this map, Pandemonium, is pretty standard to start. We see everyone holding combos in the early section. Nissan actually did find a slightly early break. But it's all about the drops in this map. As we're about to go into one now, this map really picks up.
Yeah, the map was lecture OMG4 said that this is a map that's all about learning the rhythm. If you know what the mappers are going for with the patterns here, you know what to do with the rhythm, and you can find yourself having a lot better consistency. So let's see who practices this map. Well, Spare, Mango Singh, and Nissan all breaking there, along with James Like.
James Like actually finding a lot of consistency issues. OP James and Spare break as well during that section. Bubbleman, the only remaining full combo for the United Kingdom. Going up against the Brazilians, Misty and Mouse Easy. Managed to get through that first drop section. There will be a second one though, which actually is slightly harder than the first.
Well, it's difficulty progression for a map for you. And now Brazil's commands a very comfortable 100,000 points lead. Still, UK is right behind them. Bubbleman is a beast. He will eye for a chance to attack. So if Mouse Easy or Misty breaks, that's going to be a chance opening for UK to come in. This is such a hard-fought lead. Can they keep this? Oh, but Miskia breaking!
Yeah, but early break into the section. Spare will follow it up with one though. They need more breaks than Brazilian. They definitely need Mouse Easy to drop.
However, Mouse Easy does break.
Lead.
Yeah, UK has the lead now. Bubbleman is still holding on.
Oh, there goes Mouse Easy. UK will come back to snipe it from underneath them.
Yeah, Bubbleman showing that he definitely got the practices in and will be the 1-2 full combo this map without much issue at all. Look at that, 99.6% accuracy.
Absolutely
on
disgusting.
This map. Yeah.
Disgusting.
Like, holy moly. Like, Mouse Easy also has a 99.1% accuracy. Like, they both have studied this map to depth, but to be honest, it's just not enough when your consistency finds a little bit of issue with that one pattern, and then poof, your combo is gone. Wow, that is quite unfortunate.
That's just Bubbleman being Bubbleman.
And whoa, straight into the next pick.
I told you they picked this! I knew it. I knew it. They're 5-0 up, they have nothing to lose, and this is like, the UK love their ARI hidden. I don't think they'll even
part of the plan. It's all part of the plan.
They won't mind if they lose this, just because they got to play it.
Well, if UK loves the ARA hidden, we've got a very spicy ARA hidden for next round map pool, which is going to be showcased right after this match. So players cannot go anywhere. And now it's back to the match itself, which is 6th map to be played soon. Now UK leading 5-0 against Brazil. I am quite honestly surprised. I was expecting Brazil to put up quite a bigger fight than this. Like, this is a very underwhelming performance so far. But the players, I'm gonna hope that they have something in store for this map. Maybe surprisingly, UK finds challenge from Brazil on this map, on this AR8. They're so proudly sporting. You never know.
Yeah, you never know. Anything can happen on an AR8 hidden pick. You can have the play of your life, manage that full combo, and given that the technical nature of these maps means that a lot of players do find misses, more points you get, the better it is for your team. We saw the German team take over 1 million points just because they had one full combo. Anything can happen.
Indeed.
I'm surprised we still see James like in here. I would have thought OP James would be in here. Just maybe they've got the wrong James, but maybe he also wants his go on this. Definitely glad to see Doomsday pop in for this. So this is a Doomsday map through and through. I believe he does have a score on the leaderboard for this map.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, Doomsday is a kind of, everyone knows he's like amazing guy, he's polite, but if there's an AR8 pick, like he'll push and shove his teammates aside, pick me! That's the impression I get from Doomsday when I hear him and AR8 together.
I don't think he has to even say anything, his team will just put him in.
Yeah.
He's earned that respect. I expect Mouse Easy will give this a good go as well. The guy, he's really consistent on everything. He'll give everything a go. But I'm not sure how the rest of Brazil will perform.
Yeah, Mistia also, I'm looking at him and thinking he's got something to show too.
This map, quite heavy on the stream side, albeit all low BPM. But here we go. Is this Brazil's final map in the winner's bracket?
Let's find out. How many parts are there to this song, Identity? Like, honestly 4 or 5, but I honestly don't know.
I have no idea.
Starting off fairly slow, and now we hit the first stream. Seems like the players are well adjusted to the BPM, but the accuracy lead is taken by UK in the beginning.
Yeah, big drops from Mistia in my Angel Sim on that lower BPM stream. Easy to happen, but no breaks of combo, which is important. But we go into these broken streams, and Mistia will find a break.
Along with James like, so that's one combo gone on each side. And as I was saying, that my Angel Sim also encounters a break. But and there goes Platform as well. Wow, okay, so yeah. UK 3 combos against 1, already taking over the lead and flying off with it. And Doomsday, whoa, okay, we've been hyping you up and this is how you pay us back. Wow. I'm kidding. Yeah, well, accidental can happen. But Bowman still there backing his team up with a full combo of his own. And now Brazil losing all of their full combos will be at UK's mercy. Bowman will be having the chance to just carry his team forward.
Yeah, and this is why I'm so surprised that Brazil didn't ban this pick. Look at that score lead already, 400,000 halfway through the map. And Bubbleman's performance right now. I mean, this guy is an actual animal. I don't think there's any other way to describe it. When this guy gets into tournaments, he pulls performances from nowhere.
Yeah, and now Brazil only commanding a slight 3-digit combo by Mouse Easy. That's not enough to fend off the UK. I think this is it. I think this is going to be the final point to close off the match.
Ooh, unfortunate break from Bubbleman.
Oh yeah, but he's done so much for his team already. Look at that. That's half of Brazil's points by himself.
Yeah, this was just such a solid pick for the UK. Such a solid performance all around this match. The UK are going to completely shut out Brazil 6-0 and progress themselves into the semi-finals.
Yeah, congratulations UK. That's a very, very convincing win for the British players. Alright, and that means we will be now, I believe, continuing into the showcase. Just let us confirm with our staff.
While we do that, let's talk a bit about the weekend, everyone. We've just played a load of incredibly exciting matches, and we need to see where all the players are standing. That is a terminal screen. That's not what we need to look at. Operator, fix, please. Operator! You're leaking stuff. There we go.
there we go. Alright, so the deserving banner for UK for this match, winning 6-0 against Brazil. That means they will advance to next round, playing against Canada.
Yeah, Aza and the boys going to be taking on the United Kingdom. Well, Brazil are not out just yet.